you're wondering what this is, this is what a chili relleno looks like when it's a really good chili relleno. Yeah, there's nothing left. And today on Cooking with Steve, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that chili relleno. And to be really honest, I have to be very, very honest because my wife always tells me she prefers when I'm honest. But first of all, let's get back to Cooking with Steve G. Formerly known as Vinyl Chef Steve. Well, there's been some changes. Just the channel name is going to be Cooking with Steve G. And it's has to do with algorithms and YouTube and reaching the audience. So hopefully you weren't coming to my channel for the title and you were coming for the food. You no longer have to sift through videos and videos of vinyl records anymore. I have another channel that's designated for that, and that's called The Vinyl Record Mission, which will blow you away. I highly recommend you check it out if you're into records. If you're not, stick with me here on Cooking with Steve G and find out how to make my mother-in-law's, Mama Emma, her amazing chili rellenos that she taught me how to make recently, and I want to share that recipe with you. And I want to thank her for being so gracious and taking the time and putting in the effort to teach me how to make these amazing Latino delicacies. Before we start roasting our chilies, you want to make sure that your chili is clean. And by that I mean rinsing out, especially in here. Very important that you have a clean chili. You never know what gets caught up in here. It could be anything. It could be E. coli, any sort of food-borne illness that can be contracted on the farm. You don't want to get it. So wash your chilies. Like so, get your finger in there. That should be good. Most people don't eat this part, but nevertheless, you want to try to clean it as best as possible. Now we'll get them charred and peeled. Time to roast our chilies. We're just going to roast them on an open flame. Turn your flame on. Lay your chili right across. You want to char them really good on all sides. See how that's looking? It's already starting to peel off itself, which is a good thing. So you see what we got here? Nice char on all sides. Now we're just going to go ahead and drop our chilies into a glass bowl. One in there too. And take a piece of aluminum foil. Cover these babies up. Okay, we're going to start our sauce. First thing we're going to do is heat up about a tablespoon of olive oil. This is 1/3 cup of finely chopped onion, yellow onion. And we're going to saute these on medium heat for about 4 minutes. Okay, when your onions are done, set them aside and let them cool for a minute. Okay, now you're going to take 4 canned San Marzano tomatoes, rinsed. Drop them into your food processor. I got 5, but that's because 2 are small, so it's equivalent to about 4 large San Marzano tomatoes from the can. Put that a little bit extra juice in there. Now we're gonna add our onion that we just sauteed and got nice and tender in here. Now we're gonna add 3 teaspoons of caldo de tomate with sabor de pollo. In English, that's tomato bouillon with chicken flavor. That in there. And lastly, you want to put in some good kind of chicken broth. This is bone broth. This is amazing. So we're gonna put in 3/4 cup of this bone broth. We're not adding a bunch of flavors here like chili and oregano and cilantro and garlic, because the simplicity of a chile relleno is the cheese, the chili itself, and the egg. And this ranchera sauce is really just to accompany the chili and accentuate the flavors of the chile relleno itself. We don't want the sauce to overpower. This, I found my mother-in-law's chile rellenos are so amazing, and the sauce that she makes, which is these ingredients right here, actually give it the perfect accompaniment with the chile relleno. So I don't veer away from this recipe right here. Okay, we got our ingredients in there. We're gonna puree it. We're gonna puree it till it's nice and smooth. That should be good enough. Now we're gonna heat up another tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, our oil is nice and hot, and you'll see here in just a minute how you know. You want to hear that sizzle? We're going to fry this sauce a little bit. And once you get that oil whisked in, you're going to bring this to a boil, and then you're going to reduce it to a low simmer. Simmer on low for about 10 minutes. Yep, that's good. That is perfect. Needs nothing else except for a pinch of sugar or 2. That's just to balance out the acidity, the acid, and add a little bit more sweetness to those tomatoes. Okay, it's time to get the skins off of our chilies so you can see how clean it comes off. You don't have to get everything. I like to wear gloves because I've got sensitive skin. My mother-in-law doesn't use gloves at all. She's probably because she's been doing it for so many years. But we're gonna get all the skin off of here. You don't have to get every single piece of char. Rinse the chili off when we're done. Okay. It's a pretty well skinned chili right there, if I don't say so myself. That is gorgeous. So now, you'll notice that the chilies that I buy are flat. They're not, some of them come like, they look like a triangle. They're shaped like a triangle. Those are really hard to fry and char. When they're flatter like this, you just have 2 surfaces and they cook better in the oil. So look for the flatter chilies, the chilies that are like this. So next, what we're gonna do is we have to remove the seeds, because nobody likes seeds in their chile relleno. And we're gonna go not down the center this way, we're gonna go down one of the sides. And just far enough, like about like that, because we're gonna see that in there. We want to get all that out of there. Slice came all the way to the bottom, so that's pretty clean. Now, what we're gonna do is, my mother-in-law taught me this too. You take some paper towels, we're gonna stuff them inside here. Paper towel in there, just to absorb that moisture, and just set it aside, pat them dry. Paper towel, each one. And set them aside until we're ready to dust them with flour and dip them in the egg batter. Okay, so it's time to make our batter, our souffle batter for our chili rellenos. And you're gonna use 1 egg per chili relleno that you're making. And we're gonna separate the whites from the yolks right now. Now we're gonna whisk our egg whites until we get some nice fluffy peaks. That's about right. You want nice fluffy peaks like that. Now we're gonna add in our egg yolks. Okay, it's time to dredge our chilies and stuff them with the cheese. Remember, take out that paper towel. Definitely don't want that in there. Pat it dry just a little bit. Then we're going to we cut a point into the cheese here. We still have the leftover pieces right here. This is my mother-in-law's trick. We're gonna put it in there like so. And this larger chili, we're going to put that piece in there, and then we'll take half of this piece right here, put it behind there. And then the 2 corners that we cut off of that slice, we're also going to drop in there, back in the back. Got that. We're going to drop it in our flour. Push down a little bit, and then we'll turn it over. Take a spoon and just go ahead and sprinkle it on. This is going to help with the egg yolk to stick on the chili. And let's see here, put that on the chili as well. Over. Okay. Get it nice and coated. Now we're just going to set these aside, dust it off a little, just let it fall off, set them aside. Okay, so we're going to drop our chili in here, one side, flip it over, make sure you get it covered with the batter, and then we're going to drop it in. Drop in our second chili. Drop it in. At this point, you want to put batter on any parts that you missed. I'm going to let it brown. About right. Oh yeah. Oh. To cook that. Get that cooked nice. Our other one's ready to flip. Grab it by that stem. Flip through. There you go. Nice golden brown doneness. And I set up a station like this. Once I take the chili rellenos out, I set them on this rack and let them drain with some paper towels underneath. Let's see. Yep, it's looking good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. I think those are done. So we'll go ahead and take this out. Set it on here like so. Take this out. Set it on there and set them aside. Okay, we've got our chili rellenos that we've finished, beautifully browned, and some like them crispy, some don't. I like them crispy because they're gonna hit that beautiful ranchera sauce that we made and soften up a little bit. But it's like a fried egg almost. Gonna take some of our beautiful broth that we made here. Just gonna make a nice little bed of beautiful sauce here on the bottom. I already gave my wife one, that's why there's so much sauce missing. But yeah, you wanna be liberal with this sauce here, because you're gonna get this in every bite. Some people float these in a bowl of almost soup. Like, take your chili relleno and just lay it down nice and soft. In the middle there, that is a beautiful chili relleno with a gorgeous ranchera sauce to complement it. So I really do hope you try this at home. It's delicious. You won't be disappointed. It is time consuming. And remember, you can make these ahead of time. You can do half the work on one day and then just the dredging and the frying and the souffle batter on the final day. Yes, the roasting of the chilies, removing all the skin and the char and the seeds. You can do all that the day before and have your cheese prepped and have your chili stuffed and ready to go if you don't want to do it all in one day. It can be a pretty time-consuming process if you're cooking for more than 2 people, I'll admit that, but it's well worth it. So let's take a bite here. First of all, cut down into it. Let's see, let's turn it around here for you. Oh yeah, you can already see the cheese coming out there. Oh, see, that's what you want. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Cheese, melty cheese. Get underneath it, get some of that sauce stretched on there. And that's chili relleno right there. Look at that beautiful bite. About ready to go in my mouth. Yeah. Mm. Woo! sometimes these chilies will surprise you. This was a hot pasilla chili. They're not always spicy. That one caught me off guard. But, man, you can see how beautiful the inside is. All that melted cheese in there. If I tip it up like this, you'll see it just wants to run out. See that? Oh. Just wants to come out. We won't let it. Instead, we'll grab a second bite. Chili is nice and soft. During the roasting process, like I said, that's when the chili softens up. But you see that? See what I'm talking about? Lots of chili, nice thin egg yolk, and that sauce. Oh, that ranchera sauce just complemented so well. The chili relleno does not get lost. This is my mother-in-law's recipe, and thank God she taught me how to make it, because we can't get over to her house all the time. And okay. Man, she taught me really, really well. I paid really good attention. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Cooking with Steve. I hope you enjoyed this new recipe from our family history. And until next time, bye for now.